Excuse me. Hello, everyone. Today, I'm doing something that I've been wanting to do for a long time and sort of lost steam on organizing. But Cold Lava, who hopefully he'll swing by at some point for this or just swing by the stream, was like, hey, I really liked when we talked about lines and stuff at Mansion Runner, which I just got back from this weekend. And that was hype. And so I thought, hey, let's try and do some of this thing. What is this thing? It's just talking about sitting at the play Netrunner, and you and your other person are either talking about what the optimal line is while playing against each other, or both playing the same hand against an opponent and talking through lines before that. This is something we did a little bit, I think, back at some really early stuff on the channel. Where it was called All Seeing Eye in the Itinerant Protesters. It ended up becoming a bit of a slog because it would be like 3 people on each team, and it would take over an hour to do like a 10-turn match. But you know, with 2 people running one side is pretty good. And I think it's still, even when it's a bit of a slog, it can be a really valuable way to learn and think about Netrunner in different ways. And yeah, Ixaron, Mansion Runner was a blast. And actually, I'm going to introduce my guest for tonight, or at least, yeah, I think probably my only guest, but you never know, who I did get to meet at Mansion Runner. So now again, do you want to introduce yourself?
Of course. Hello, everyone. I'm not again. My actual name is Tyria, but you can still call me not again. And yeah, Manchester was fun. I got to meet Jen, Dan, all the cool people who are on Discord and Slack, and we played a lot of Netrunner. And myself, I've only been playing like 10 or 11 months now, so I'm pretty new.
Yeah, that was going to be my next question. So actually, I guess maybe instead then my follow-up question would be, what actually got you to take the plunge and give Netrunner a try?
So a friend of mine wanted to try Netrunner, but he did not have any cards and such, but saw that there was a circuit opener in Boston last year. So his first Netrunner game was in the circuit opener where he bought cards, bought the system gateway, made a deck, and just played with that. And then he comes back and shows me, hey, do you want to try this cool game? I'm like, sure. And 10 months down the line, here I am.
That's super cool. And just to make sure I've got it, it's not again and he, him for pronouns. Just want to make sure I get these
Yep,
right.
he hit.
Fantastic. I'm just going to put, well, you don't need to be massive, but okay. And then what have your favorites, what's been your IDs and such of choice so far?
Well, for the most time, I've been playing PE, but I'm really hating PE now, so I've been switching around with just different decks. I can't stick to one single deck or faction anymore, so that keeps it fresh somewhat.
That's great. What was my other question? Have you been playing mostly startup, standard? Do you think of yourself as a primary player for one or the other?
I've leaned into standard since the past couple of months, but I'm still happy to play startup, and I think I'd play both formats 50-50.
Okay. What was the jump for? And this is something because I was seeing some discussion in GLC. We'll get to the actual playing some games really shortly.
Yeah.
But what was the transition like for you from playing, being new to playing standard in, a few months?
Well, as of late, I wanted to avoid both, so I just completely shifted to standard. But before the ban, I was just too intimidated by HHN and Boom, and then after playing a few standard games, you just figure out some, like don't run with low credits or just end your turn with credits enough to dodge HSN or weird tags or something. So that's kind of what actually made me get into standard properly.
That's super cool. I'm glad you were able to find that. Like, yeah, it only took a couple of lessons to feel like you were able to play a bit. All right. Well, let's before I vamp anymore. Oops. Log in. Oh shoot. My goodness. Okay, this is gonna take me a second. That's embarrassing. Where's my account? Okay. All right, so you wanted to play some sports metal, and the list you sent me was... Is this a list that you made or a list that you grabbed from someone else?
Oh, I made it.
Okay, cool. So, I mean, that's great because that means I get to ask you about a bunch of this stuff. Though I will say, I think your agenda suite looks, you know, for the style of deck you're going for, I think quite reasonable. So it's the many agenda suite. So it's I just can't spell bifurcation. That's cool. Okay, and then we've got news teams. Oh, okay. Here's already a spicy thing. I see that there's no spin doctors here. Why is that?
Yep. I figured I don't care much about recursion, and the idea gives me enough draw already. Plus, the influence is tight.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. And have you been... Actually, Hagen's one of those cards I want to start getting back in my decks now that Endurance is gone, because it is nice against like Amakua strategies and stuff.
Yep.
Tracing, end of the line. Okay. Yeah. Fast break. Hedge fund. 2 hedge funds is a little spicy, but probably reasonable for this deck. Stock buyback.
What can I say? Swords are difficult.
Oops, I did fast track, not fast break. That'd be fun if you could play that, though. Okay.
I wish I could.
Awesome. Okay. Yeah, so this is an interesting list. So it's only really got the Bialic Laborers to fast advance out, which is interesting. You know, when I think about a lot of sports metal lists, a lot of them have been like, oh, we'll do fast advance and then we'll do Bialic Labor and then we'll also do a couple of audacities. But you know, if you're doing the Nightmare Archive news team and stock buybacks, I guess at that point ontological dependence sort of becomes your extra fast advance piece, which makes some sense.
Yeah, plus I figured I could maybe cut a single news team for the Audacity, but I don't know, I'd rather rely on slowing the runner down more.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's totally reasonable. I'm not here to make big changes. I think often changes are like, it's best to play a deck a couple of times before trying to like improve it at all. So I'm just like fiddling with OBS settings. Okay, cool. Well, let's get in the lobby because I realize that's going to be potentially a bit slow. Oh, and I should share my hand with you directly on our call so that you have slightly less lag than stream lag. So that should be up in the Discord for you now.
Yep, I got it.
Great. Alright, sorry. Time to catch up very quickly on chat. Ixaron saying, I would have loved to go to Netrunner, but there's no way it makes financial sense to travel for Netrunner. And then Dan B pointing out, clearly the solution is to organize a mansion runner on your own. And then plenty of mansions in coastal VA. Seems no will start doing community management for my area, but I'm trying to avoid it until I can commit long term. Yeah, it is. I mean, that's a real hardship, a real thing to challenge. And I mean, I can't speak to making financially responsible decisions. I'm trying to figure out if I can make every large event in the U.S. this year, which is definitely not financially reasonable, but seems kind of like a fun thing to shoot for this year. So we'll see. But all right, looks like we got an opponent. It's Rework 89. Okay, so we're up against Essa. what do you? Let's start with opening hands, and then when we're on the downtime, I'll maybe ask you what you think about when playing against this ID. But is this a keep or a mull for
Yeah.
you?
This is a mall. I really don't want to see GFI hand at the start.
Okay. Yeah, I
Like
would.
GFI is something that I'm never planning to score.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's definitely a hand I would think about keeping because Gatekeeper and Drafter are such good ice. Um, but I it's totally a reasonable hand to mull because there wasn't really any econ in it. Though the deck is definitely a bit light on econ. Um, so this is, to me, a little bit of an awkward looking draw, though certainly not an unplayable one by any means. What are your priorities in this sort of situation?
I would definitely ice R&D since that's where the agendas are, and maybe I'll ice HQ to just to deter a Chestershka early on. But maybe I can live without icing HQ and maybe drawing for some econ.
Um, yeah, I mean, for me, yes, there are agendas in R&D, but I don't like. To me, this is 100%. This gatekeeper has to go on HQ because the runner playing Chashushkas is how they're going to win. Them singling off of R&D is not going to be, I think. Um,
Yeah,
so like to me,
yeah.
this like to me, I actually probably want to draw once because I'd love to get some news teams in the bin nice and early, and then see where we go from there. But
Yeah, that sounds possible.
okay, yeah. So this sets us up for, a decent score if we want to next turn. Um, I'm probably gonna ice Gatekeeper and then click for a credit and dump a news team. Um,
Yep.
Ixron pointing out that we don't have a spin doctor, which does make the GFI hand worse. I think the thing that saved it for me was that we had a gatekeeper, so at some point the runner's probably gonna face check it. But yeah. All right. So what's your plan in this sort of word state?
I think we can feed the first Mega Bricks to the runner and then try and score a bifurcation just so we're not down. So just so we can make some econ back from the agenda seal.
Okay. So you want what does the turn look like to you then? What are your three actions?
Well, first I'd probably draw, then see what I draw.
Okay. And yeah, Sauce, this is a core damage sports. Oh yeah, so now that plan seems pretty reasonable.
Yeah, so now we can just install the Mega Bricks and maybe we can either click for credit to dump the new Steam or ice R&D. Both are fine with me.
Okay. I think they're equally fine. We can ice R&D, I guess.
Also, I did notice they did not take the core damage from Nightmare Archive, so maybe they might be a bit hesitant at taking core until
It does seem
they
like they
figure out
might
our game
be.
plan.
Yeah. No, and it's definitely people are worrying about it. Um, yeah, our opponent's speculating if sports might start playing ontological dependence. Hey, Code Marvelous, thanks for stopping by. Uh, all right, so opponent just did big drawing with Nuka and then discarded Paperclip and then MK Ultra. We've got a stock buyback.
Yeah, I
What do you
think we
think?
score the bifurcation here, right?
Yeah,
No
that's
reason
that's
not to.
seems nice and easy to me. We can score before they get their console down. And I'm
Yeah,
assuming we take 2 credits here.
yeah, credits.
Yeah. We're doing all right, Code. I'm trying to do some co-piloting to see what I can learn and see if there's stuff I can help teach. So, oh, I forgot. I was supposed to transition to this screen and then do this. Oh, okay. So Essa is firing. So from my perspective, I'm basically always trashing 2 cards from the top of the deck. Though in this case, I think the news team is pretty good to throw into
Yeah.
archives. So we can throw that into archives, but I think everything else we want in our hand.
Yeah. Losing a fast break is fine, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. Sports in this economy. Well, this is core damage sports. Nope. Feel free to play at whatever speed you need.
Also, hey, Code Marvelous. I just looked at the chat now.
And yeah, Ixaron, I, you know, I'm definitely will do daily casts if no one else wants to take up the mantle. I do think because I like playtest and stuff, if someone outside of the pocket of NSG wanted to do it, I would definitely be happy to hand off the reins to them. But I always enjoy doing it. So, and I've gotten some good feedback on the single-sided Swiss stuff as well, and some small server upgrades and some plans for some future ones as well. Yeah, Code, I saw that you started streaming again. I need to... Unfortunately, it's like during work hours for me, but I'll try and tune in when I can. All right, so what's your plan from here? We can't play distributed tracing. That's what we really want. Is it just take the Regolith mining license?
I would have preferred that behind an ice, but we don't know what we're gonna draw, so I'll probably just install that and hit it twice.
Okay.
Even though I don't
Yeah,
like
if
it.
you want to put it behind ice, I think drawing first click is fine too, right?
Yeah, sure. Let's take that gamble.
Okay. I mean, this is totally
No.
fine as well, I think. So
Yeah,
install
now.
this and clicking it is worse than clicking for 2 credits here. So up to you on what we do.
I'd say install it, but just click manually, just so either they lose to quit checking it, or next turn we can not hit it 3 times. Or
Yeah,
at
I
least
think
that's what I normally do with this play.
I think that's pretty reasonable. All right, so we're getting our Gatekeeper trigger if we want it.
I'm honestly fine with them sealing that agenda here. I don't think they're drawing.
Okay, yeah, I think it's pretty reasonable. Just let this be basically a dirty laundry. Seems pretty fair. Oh, the Steve is a thing I forgot, but that's fine.
Oh, I mean, I guess if we give them the fermenter, they'll install it, and maybe, hopefully, they seal the agenda there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming we remove Sure Gamble. Fermenter's very slow for this matchup. So. Alright, then they play a Steelskin Scarring. Nice. Ghost Tongue, given some value. So what are we crediting up for? Is it just for, like, Biotic Labor shenanigans? Oh, and the Jupstad grid, I guess, right? That's the
Yeah.
threat.
Yeah. So basically now just create a medium-ish remote.
Okay. Do you want to chuck this Elvigar, or do you want to take the wheel on the 2-1 R&D?
Yeah, we can check the Elvigar just so.
Yeah, because I'm like, oh, if they, like, right now, they've got 2 core damage, so their hand size is 3, so we can just win off distributed tracing and the line if we get things correct. This is now also a 2-2 already, so that seems like probably the best thing we can do this turn.
Yep.
Hey, sometimes the decks just kind of play themselves, so... yeah, so Code Marvel is just very quick. I'm going to throw this up on screen really quickly so that you can take a quick screenshot. This is the list that we're playing. There's maybe some changes I would make, but I want to play it a couple more times before I go and make anything definitive. I think this is a really solid start. Yeah, so yeah, how do you feel about this board state?
I think it's solid, but I would have preferred a little more econ in our hands. That is not stock buyback for now. And I don't... Oh, okay.
Alright, so Runner's got 26 credits here. I don't know that it matters, but they've got it. So my thinking here is to just grab the Regolith money. It's going to get trashed, but that's fine, basically.
Yeah. That's perfect now.
Okay, I just thought of a cheeky play, which is on this click, we could also install the Jupstad grid on the Mega Pre.
Oh yeah, that can open up a potential flatline there. Yeah.
And this actually it's not going to flatline the Runner, I think, in most cases, but it will. Well, I mean, if they steal this and don't install a Marrow, then they're in some real trouble.
Yeah. Then. Yeah. And if they don't, I guess we just do another core damage.
Yeah, it's definitely something you could do. Yeah, this gets me every now and again too. Is a neat ship is central only, which is definitely a bit of a downside, especially when you compare it to something like DreamNet. I kind of wonder if this could just be your first successful run.
Yeah, maybe DreamNet is the better choice, even though a little expensive.
Yeah, I think the one to install is sometimes impactful because if you're trying to do run econ early, being cheap up front is a big deal. So it's not terrible. Okay, I mean, I feel like installing the Mega Pre for a core damage is okay. It's expensive, but it doesn't hurt that much.
Yeah, and then we can install the Hyperloop on it as well.
Yeah.
Did you? Yeah.
Oh, did you want to Biotic Labor it
bifurcation
to install?
Oh no.
Okay.
For some reason, I thought that was a bifurcation and not a Mega Pre.
Ah, yeah. Hey, Cold Lava. Let's see. And then they want us to Sabo 2. I think I'm fine with Saboing any 2 cards off the top of the deck. I could also see... Yeah. There's some worlds where this goes bad because we have some agendas we care about, like the remaining 2 ontologicals. But I'm like, the Biotic Labor... Well, maybe the Biotic Labor is not that good anymore because it's not scoring that much stuff for us. Well, no, I'm generally a pretty big fan of just throwing stuff off the top. Chris, this is the first match.
I think we want to save the money here, right? And pitch 4 cards off the top, or maybe the Biotic as well.
Okay. Yeah, that's interesting, because I'm like, oh, that just lets them play a second Shishtushka if they have it, but yeah, keeping the credits is fine too. We can do that.
There's also, there's also potentially 3 negative points in archives anyway.
Yeah. So you wanted to ditch a Biotic Labor and then 3 cards?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to also ditch the Hyperloop. I don't think
Yeah,
care
okay. Seems fine.
too much about it. So we lost a fast break. We lost an ontological, which does stink. And yeah, Wendigo. This is something I wanted to do when I started, and then kind of lost the plot on. And I want to start having people on to talk about decks and playing stuff. This matchup is like fairly linear in all things considered. So sort of just kind of playing things. Opponent's doing a very good job of not actually running anything. To me, I'm like, this is probably just install the Hyperloop click for 2.
Yeah, or we can draw one and then do that.
Yeah, I think that's pretty reasonable. Does this change how you want to play things? Do you want to put this behind an ice now?
Not really.
Yeah.
Fairchild is too expensive right now.
Yeah, that is something to note, is that like if the runner's not taking, like, Essa is probably one of the few runners that can do this, where they can just not interact with our agendas and win the game pretty plausibly. So. Alright, runners running on R&D here. Do we res the gatekeeper now? Or their mark is on R&D, I should say.
I'm not quite sure here. Because that puts us down a few credits, but I'm pretty sure they're breaking it anyway.
Oh, that's a good point. That's true. Yeah, they're just going to spend 9 to break it. Okay. So the reason I want to do this is to start turning, like, when they can start recurring Shishtushkas, it becomes a little bit hairy for free.
Yeah.
And that's the thing I really want to try and avoid. Because they can kind of plausibly mill us out from this board state. And hey, Sophie, thanks for coming by the stream. And yeah, Hank, if you ever want to come on and talk shop at Netrunner and try and do some two-handed games, I'd love to have you on as well. Sophie, it's great to have you come by. It was so nice to like meet / see a lot of you in person for either the first time in a long time or the first time at all. So. I think we're never resing this chair child, so I don't mind throwing it out. But
yeah,
it's like so usually I try and avoid throwing out cards from HQ because it's throwing out resources that you can use on your next turn. But if a card is blank, then why not? Yeah, I mean, this is ugly. I think we just kind of have to score this Hyperloop here. We're trying to rush to 7.
Yeah, we can score the Hyperloop, and I don't think the runner is going to run the remote, so we can maybe bait an agenda after that.
Yeah, I almost want to, let's see, so Hyperloop extension is going to give us 2. Do I draw here?
Ontological would be good.
Yeah, I think I want to draw to try and find combo pieces. Yeah, that does give us a hard discard choice here.
Well, I'd probably just the stock pipe. No, we can play stock pipe back for one.
I suspect the runner is never running archives this game until they win. So yeah. I think ditching the stock buyback is pretty reasonable. Yeah.
And we can just make up credits for biotic and score out now.
Yeah. Oh, I should zoom in a little. Oh, maybe not that much. There we go. And I guess I'm just gonna move myself over to like. I just move us over. Oh, I should make this like a group. Okay. Raindrops cut oh wow, that Nightmare Archives is huge. Raindrops cut stone on the gatekeeper, but they're not going to break it. They're really just playing this as dirty laundry. But they get a Steve trigger on. And they steal a Mega Priest, so we actually got them here. So if we take 2 credits, we've got the kill.
Yeah. If they don't get a Mega. Yeah, we got the kill here.
Yeah. Danger. Okay, yeah, that's the kill.
Did they see an end of the line earlier? I don't think they did.
I think they maybe saw one off of R&D or something. I don't remember. Oh boy. That was a good one though. Yeah, whoops, stolen agenda, silly me. Yeah, it's like I think I want like it's a hard line because you really don't want to be accessing HQ there. It's definitely tricky. I wonder if you just kind of like value raindrops on R&D, or you just say, you know what, I've got 12 credits until I play my next, like, I play a Shishtushka, Steve back labor rights the Shishtushka's back. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think they drew Marrow early enough.
Ouch. Yeah, they're saying they have 3 Marrows on the deck, and we only see 1 in archive, so they've got 2 more in their last 6. Seeing the ontological dependence made them more scared than death. Interesting. Yeah, tax and core damage cards make sense. Maybe saving for labor rights. Oh, I guess we still have 2 available.
Weird grid sounds about right.
Cool. Do you want to do another game?
Of course.
Yeah, of course. All right.
Well, Jamie, I just somehow ended up on the show. I don't know.
Yeah, I'll put something up so that if people want to come on and chat, play some decks, it's always nice to have people on. So I should spend a little more effort trying to make it happen, because I think it's more entertaining than me just sitting here talking for 2.5 to 3 hours. So.
I mean, I watch you talk for 2 to 3 hours on Wednesdays.
All right. And I appreciate everyone who does. I think having guests on is a great way to spice it up and get some different perspectives on Netrunner. I mean, this was a solid deck, and it just executed its game plan quite straightforwardly. I'll be interested to see what other opponents look like. Ixaron is probably standard only. I don't think I'd refuse. I would definitely not refuse to play startup with anyone if they wanted to come on and were really jazzed about it. My knowledge about the startup meta is a lot worse, so I wouldn't be able to like prepare and be like, oh yeah, expect this in this matchup. But yeah. And Chris, I am unbelievably trash at Arkham. I think that I have played 2 solo campaigns completely, or two-handed solo campaigns, excuse me, and almost all of Innsmouth with some friends on hard, and Diana was carrying me and Chris. But oh, cool, we get always has been playing Tag Me Zaya.
It's such a funny username.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least they attack me. That shall be interesting.
All right, what do you feel about this hand?
I'd like to keep that Vianico on one ice.
Yeah, I think this is
Seems
keepable.
pretty
There's
solid.
definitely a couple punishments that can hit, but I think for the most part we're all set. And also, yeah, Jamie. Well, I should find my World Breakers footage because I did record multiple hours of that. So I mean, this is hedge fund, either ice.
And ICHQ for Doof.
Okay, what's the third click here?
Maybe you could just toss out a Regolith?
Okay, sure. I think that's not unreasonable. I'm glad. Yeah, I'm glad to hear you guys are doing well, Jamie. That's fantastic. All right, we resing this magnet.
Maybe you can wait. They're probably probing just to see if they can play Doof, so I guess we let them through and hope they don't hit the agenda.
Luminal is the one agenda I think I do this play for, honestly.
Okay.
It is so good that oh, and Jamie, generally, yeah, you may not want to add the restream bot, but yeah. World Breakers does have a nice little tabletop mod. Like, they're gonna go and get their Zaya credit on R&D this turn, I think. Okay, yeah, this is Tag Me Zaya, which makes a bunch of sense. For those of you who don't know, Obelisk is your max hand size goes up for one tag you have, and then the first time each turn makes this a run, you get to draw a card for every card you access. There's a lot of synergy with the Zaya ID, and there's some nice additional synergies there. Okay. I think, to me, this turn is just take 9 off of the Regolith.
Yeah.
Means we can beat a diversion and still fast advance out of Luminal. Amakua comes down. Oh, maybe it doesn't come down. Oh, and then, okay, they play a gamble and then play their Amakua, which makes sense.
Yeah.
So
Maybe I should put on my virus in the deck.
Make a run. All right, Hyperloop. What are you thinking? I'm thinking draw here, probably.
Yeah, cards.
Yeah, this is actually a very nice turn. Yeah, Chris, Tag Me's a tough one to deal with in a lot of cases. Yeah, so this is a really nice turn for us because they even left the Regolith up.
Oh.
So I'm going to start by just scoring the Luminal, and then what do you feel like to do with the other clicks here?
We definitely install an R&D.
And are you gaining 2 or drawing 2 off the Luminal?
Cards. We can take cards here. We have decent con going.
Yep, I agree.
We definitely want to ice R&D, make them run archives. That way they're baited into points.
Yep.
And I guess we can install the Dupe Star or Trash the Regolith. Either way, I'm fine.
So if we install the Dupe Star, we don't get to put anything. We don't get to put any traps in archives.
Yeah, but maybe we can potentially do a core damage next turn. I don't know.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's a reasonable point. Okay. Excuse me. Okay, fantastic. All right. Excuse me. So always has been just setting up their engine. Road trading. This is one of the core economy pieces. We probably will want to trash this when given the opportunity.
Yep.
Okay. I mean, I'm happy to just score this Jupstad grid, or score the
Yeah.
bifurcation off the Jupstad. The question is, do we de-res the regolith mining license here?
Sure, let's make them spend some money. We have like 2 more regulars in hand already.
And draw 2? Actually, yeah, draw 2 seems great
Yeah,
here.
yeah, we can, yeah. Problem is how much will use to power their own engine.
I mean, while that's definitely true, they actually don't have that many credits right now. And as soon as they start taking credits, we get to go after their rogue trading. This is like one of the things, like, this is, to me, the rogue trading is the only resource you need to trash. Because it's so much of their econ. And our opponent's playing around that. So they only have 1 core. Oh, but that actually, we could biotic.
We can
no.
biotic out.
We're a credit short, I
We'll
believe.
have to. I guess we click the regolith then.
Yep. Hey, take 7 twice in a game doesn't feel terrible. Okay, Amina comes down. It's only a mild inconvenience for us, honestly. That's slightly more inconvenient, but we've got all of our stuff rezzed. So this is, yeah, one of the obviously core cards in Standard. We are going to lose the Jupstad grid. But yeah, our opponent's not actually going to be able to do much damage to us right away. 2 ontologicals is a little tough. What are you thinking here?
Since I don't want to discard here, maybe we install another regolith and click the previous one.
Okay. I think if I might have just been fine with discarding the regolith, like even though we'll have discarded all of them, we probably don't need that much more money this game, is my sense. I'm not 100% on that, but that's kind of my guess.
Yeah, could be. Depends on how hard they start racking up those tags.
Yeah, it's hard for us to convert the money. Like, we do actually have an unusually high amount of ice, but for a list like this, but all right. So what are your thoughts on this turn?
So we definitely trash the rogue trading and then install Fairchild on HQ.
Okay. The ice count, Jamie, for this deck is 9 ice. 1 Drafter, 1 Enigma, 1 Fairchild 3, 3 Gatekeepers, 2 Hawkins, and a Magnet. Alright, runner's on 1 tag. For this style of archetype, it's a high ice count. Or in particular, I think maybe this Fairchild 3 is very expensive for the ice that it is. But, ooh, this is exactly what we wanted to have happen.
Yep. Let's see how much tags they're taking, if at all. Yep, they're taking all the tags.
Oh, okay, and they take a negative point. Does not feel bad. We've got 2 Bionics now, so we actually can just win out of hand now.
Yeah, and we have stock buyback too, just in case.
Yep.
3 tags.
And I think we just gained 2 here because that... If they want to land a bunch of tags, they actually need to be able to pay for everything.
Yeah.
So, like, they can go run... like run archives twice, take 5 tags, take 7 tags, install counter surveillance, go down to 2 credits.
Do we care about resing the drafter now?
I don't think we do because
really,
we win
right?
next turn. If they...
Yeah.
Oh, and then they reveal access a news team off the top. Yeah, Jamie, it's interesting. Like, not having a count siphon and having more cards that are better than ice has made it so that, like, 18 ice is, like, Ag Infusion decks, and, like, everyone else is probably around 15 ice. Which is pretty wild. Like, such a huge shift. So...
They're not stealing 7 points in one turn, right?
No, because we've got... Okay, they're doing what they kind of need to here. Oh, but we have stock buyback to bounce us back up for 6. I'm happy to invest in our board here. Oh, we can completely dodge this. You're right. Yeah, so are you thinking res both of these?
Yeah, we can res everything.
Oh, we'd actually have to res the Regolith Mining License first here. Whoops. Oh well, missed that window.
Why is that? I mean, we can res when they approach, right?
Yeah. Okay. Opponent's just trying to decide, I guess, if they want to continue here. I don't know why they wouldn't take a single here. I guess it's no, it's a 1 credit single, so it's not a huge deal. Okay, they've decided it's not worth it. So I think we just go Rego, stock buyback, or do you want to click the Rego instead?
No, I think we should click the Rego just in case. Like,
okay, I mean, stock buyback gets us for more credits, right? Oh, but I guess it keeps our hand.
Have another 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. It's credits we don't need, because as long as we end our turn, as long as we start our turn with 7, we win. I don't think it was credit neutral for them to access HQ, though, for chat, because they had already accessed RD that turn, so I think they had already achieved their Zaya dollar for the turn. Yeah, they had. Dennis, how does stock buyback protect HQ? We've got... or maybe you just mean in the way that we actually meant it in the game. Okay, cool. So we actually get another win. Fantastic. Love to see it. Unless they single us here.
Oh.
But yeah. I mean, it'd be pretty surprising. A click 3 run on archives is a little suspicious to me there. Yeah. GG. Man, I mean, this deck seems to be just piling itself to some nice easy wins.
Yeah, I'm beginning to feel suspicious about that now.
Did you play this deck at Mansion Runner?
Oh, not this one. I just brought a PE deck because I did not manage to print out all my core proxies, only managed to print some mono proxies, so just like what I had to eat already.
Cool. Cool. Well, all right. Well, let's get one more game, and maybe we'll if it wins again, you know, no notes. So I do
It's
have
no way it's that
some
easy.
general notes right now, but to me the biggest one is I probably want the third hedge fund over the third regolith mining license. Um, and I'm not sure
Okay,
how
yeah, I can see that.
valuable the Fairchild 3 is. Um, seem it just kind of seems like it's pretty expensive for the rest of the deck's game plan. So
Yeah, but it kind of takes Black Orchestra 9, so I don't know.
yeah, I guess if we're trying to tax Black Orchestra heavily, I think Fairchild 2 will actually do something kind of it taxes it 5 but and costs us 2 less rather than I guess 9 is a big deal though. Yeah, 9 is significantly better. Just 6 seems very expensive for what this deck wants to do.
Yeah, but it's considering it's all one copy. There are a lot of times I'm never seeing it anyway.
Yeah, I guess it's like if it is one copy, do I want to see something else for more consistency? I don't know, but I mean it's like such a minor quibble. Um, yeah, I'd love to see if the Tag Me deck plays a little more tight, what that matchup looks like. Um, like really makes sure to keep us down on credits. But
With stock buyback bouncing back up to credits, it's relatively easy.
yeah, I mean the thing is like they did finish on 9-10 tags. Like it wouldn't have been if they had a counter surveillance, they might be able to do some real damage to us there.
Yeah, but the problem is my kill condition goes out the window once they have like more than 4 cards, and Tag Me always is going to have those.
Yeah. So what have you been playing and enjoying runner side? I think you said at the start, but always have. Oh well, never
Uh,
mind. Looks we're about to go in game, but
we can we can talk after. Well, this might be the deck. This might be the runner deck that I'm playing around with right now.
okay. How do you feel about this hand?
Uh, I'm okay keeping it, but this is the kind of hand where I feel like I can do better in Mulligan, but the Mulligan can't be anything, so I'd rather not.
Okay. Yeah, you feel like this hand's right around the 50% of your hands kind of thing.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a rough start for
Should
sure
avoid.
now. When I have a rough start, I basically always look at draw, hedge fund, install, ice as sort of my baseline.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, okay, that card's not going to help us either, but like, let's see what our opponent is up to. You're thinking this is like Imp Knobkery?
Yeah. Yep. Problem is though, they're never stealing any agendas.
Yeah, that is a rough. That does make the matchup kind of rough for us for sure. Yeah, they're gonna trash the Hyperloop rather than steal it, so they're probably not running again this turn. All right, all right. What's your
I
thinking
guess
here?
we draw and see what happens.
Oh, sorry, it's just draw. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm feeling spicy. I'm installing a dupe stat and a nightmare on top.
Okay. I think that's a reasonable way to protect it for a little while before we have any threats. You can only imp one of them. I guess
I mean,
they'll
they
never
can't
imp.
imp Nightmare Archive anyway.
Yeah, that's true. Man, that would be such a fun world if imp could beat snare. I'd be happy.
Oh, I
Maybe
would
more
be.
reason to play
I
Imp and
love
Shaper.
Snare.
Steel Skin, Amakua. I think that Amakua is going to stay at 0 for a
What?
long time. Because they're going to trash cards here.
Okay, go to the set.
We need to see if they trash the Jupe Stod or not. Okay, they
Oh, they
declined to
might
trash
be
the
the
Jupe
one.
Stod because they want to make sure they get Imp value on the agenda. Also gives them an Amakua counter. That's pretty cute. And now they'll go through and trash the Jupe Stod now they cleared it out. So that's actually a really, like, it's very nice clean play from the runner there, making sure that they were not going to give us any agendas. Okay, Devil Charm makes me think there's going to be some Chisel Charm stuff as well. What are your thoughts here?
I really want to start scoring something out by now, but 2 ontologicals in hand is rough.
Yeah, I mean, we could do Fairchild Ontological Advance if we're trying to really push things.
But
it's not a line I like
problem
too
is scoring
much,
on towards a 2-4 feels really bad.
Yeah. Yeah, scoring a blank 4-2 does feel rough, but if we're trying to push tempo, runner is only on a single credit. They'll probably be up to 7 after a click, but, you know, it's not nothing.
Yeah. I think we draw, yeah, or I don't think we can just install instead. Install and advance the ontological behind the Fairchild.
Okay, so you want to draw here?
Not draw, we just install.
Okay.
Install Fairchild, install ontological, advance, yeah.
Okay. Sounds good to me. Yeah, I mean, our opponent with no Imp also is going to want to spend some time resetting, so this window is probably fairly safe. They've got no bin breakers either, so.
And I don't think they're ever going to run without imp counters anymore, even on open remotes or something.
Oh, well, they've decided to run the ontological here. Alright, so the question is, do we res this Fairchild?
I don't think it's worth it, right? Waste their boomerang. But...
yeah, we probably just leave that boomerang there forever now.
Well, so we draw distributed tracing here. I think we can take cards and...
And we did.
Oh, and there.
Let's go. Sicrips. Sicrips. Alright, yeah, I think just spend our whole turn. We got a conduit.
Conduit is nice.
Spicy. That's a way to really get there in the like power through us and win in one shot. So, all right. I think this is a super easy Wildcat strike.
Yeah, with credits.
Yeah, runner's got 1 card in hand. I don't care. I'm giving them credits every time.
Yeah.
Alright, well, now we're in a fantastic spot for the most part. Probably just Pinwheel and Elvigar for a point and no other cost.
Yeah, I would have preferred to score it on the Duke stat, but we don't have a means for that right now, I think.
I mean, we could just throw the Jupe Stod down. It's not a problem, too.
I mean, they're just going to run it and trash it, so I don't know if that's worth it.
Okay. Yeah, I don't like Jupe Stod credit stock buyback is okay. It's a little slow. Oh, Knobkery is really nice for our opponent here. Contaminate, just loading up the Imp. Going in with no cards in hand. That Contaminate on a Conduit would be sick. I need to play more Contaminate Conduit. Alright. Stock buyback goes. Opponent draws up some more. Oh, because yeah, RLC also lets you get down a Jupstad clicklessly, which is kind of cute. Alright, what are you thinking here? We definitely need some money, but
Yeah.
we've got lots of problems.
Well, we definitely need to ice R&D, and then we can take the money and maybe purge next turn or something.
Okay. Do you want to stock buyback here?
Yeah, we can start buyback here. That's, I think, totally fair. They're not taking any more agendas anyway.
Yeah, so Hank, I agree with you that Contaminate Conduit is a 2-card, 5-credit, 2-click Maker's Eye, but then the next turn it gets better. Is kind of the idea, I think. Okay, do we still purge?
I don't know anymore, really. I think we draw and hope we draw something. Or maybe we can... never mind. I was thinking maybe we could have Biotic Labor the bifurcation on the Tube Stout.
Oh, that's a fun line I wouldn't have thought of.
Well, we can just install Regolith and I don't know.
Yeah, Biotic Labor. It's a very expensive core damage, but it works. Okay. Do we rush the Enigma here? I guess not, if we want to think about this Biotic Labor Jupstad grid line.
Yeah. We're not rising.
Interesting that our opponent is like going in with the imp up. Yeah, like I actually
Magnet would have been nice.
I suspect that you don't imp the magnet here. Because you don't care if the sports metal player draws magnet or not. It doesn't change your ability to win the game.
I think they're just trying to mill us out at this point.
But they're not, because if you go in for a single here, you're not trying to mill us out anymore. You're doing something different. Okay, so this Hawkins actually very well positioned here if they decide to run it, but they did not. So, what would you like to do here? We've got Regalith on the board. We've got this Biotic Elvigar play.
I feel like Chestushka's coming up, so maybe we can Gatekeeper HQ and then click the Regolith.
Okay.
That way we can bounce back
reasonable.
after the Biotech Tube Sub play, yeah.
You're saying, honestly forgot you installed server 4. Yeah, no JNet sounds hurts. So yeah, Sadstock pointing out that like if we Biotic Labor, so it would actually be, we'd have 3 cards in hand because of the mandatory draw. So it's not unreasonable, and now that we have this Gatekeeper down, I think it's pretty good. But yeah, this like that 1 point probably doesn't do anything for us, which is also a little bit tricky. I'm honestly thinking next turn I want to purge, probably. Just get the Amakua back down low.
Yeah. And they're probably running HQ here.
Maybe, yeah. Yeah, they seem really tunneled on R&D. I generally, when you can, I think running HQ is better, especially with imps. Because like we're still going to draw a card off R&D next turn, but if they had imped Ontological out of our hand, we'd be quite sad.
Yeah.
So, 8-0 Maxima. We've got not again a local who I met at Mansion Runner, and it does in fact say right there. I was thinking at some point like, oh, because Cold Lava also mentioned wanting to come on, but maybe I'll have him on next week and we can talk Ob Shop. So. Okay, I think this is about as good of a purge as we're gonna get.
Yeah. Yeah, we can purge and ditch the Hagen maybe.
Okay.
Like, I don't see ice mattering when Namaku's on board and we have like an open board as such.
Okay. I guess to me, like, I guess, well, because we have server 2 out, then yeah, it's fair. I'm, Oh, no worries. No worries, Cold Lava. We can plan for 2 weeks from now. Bug me when I forget about this inevitably. Alright, we're exposing Enigma on R&D. Yeah, so like if we didn't have this Fairchild 3, then we could have iced up archives and actually done a reasonable facsimile of a lockout for a little bit. Which unfortunately we don't get to do. Alright, Hyperloop extension. Hyperloop extension is going to gain us. And then Sports Medal, I'm assuming we want to draw here.
Yeah.
Alright. I mean, we have a lot of top decks that win for us here. Well, maybe not a lot. And it depends on if the runner cooperates.
Well, as long as they're below 4 cards.
Yeah. Seeing that we're on Hypoxia, they should probably know to come down a little bit. All right, Amakua charging up. I think they know that this is an Enigma. It seems like they definitely do.
They did expose it.
Oh, that's true. They did expose it, didn't they? I mean, we could res this, honestly.
Don't we want to just save for biotics?
Yeah, for the silly play, yes, for sure. All right, I guess it's gonna get taken as -1. Runner's got 4 cards in their score area and 1 point. But they do have 2 points that we care about, which is a bummer. Imping a Drafter. Well, okay, we could also save ourselves a lot of work and just do this.
Yeah, that is the play.
Do we have a third distributed tracing?
I think so. I believe I have 3 distributed and 2 hypox. I could be wrong.
Let's hope. Oh, only 2. Okay, so we can't end the line here anymore. But that's fine.
Yeah.
What card do you want to ditch here? The Jupstad?
Yeah, we don't care about the Jupstad anymore.
Yeah.
So as long as we can top deck something, a 2-pointer will be fine.
Yeah, we'll probably have to draw for it a little bit if they're good and just about imping. Again, this is a board state where the runner really wants to be imping HQ, but they've kind of committed to this R&D line.
I think they also know there's a gatekeeper in HQ, so...
Yeah, but it's like they can run, like, if they didn't trash that gatekeeper there, for example, they could run archives twice and then run HQ and imp whatever's in our hand, which is pretty solid.
Yeah.
But hey, you know what?
Do you want to score the ontological? Never mind.
Oh, you're totally right. Okay. And we'll probably just gain 2 here.
Exactly.
Exactly. All right. Which thing is popping up and telling me that I've got other stuff? Weird. The heck is pinged me? Oh, is it that? Yes. Great. Okay. What have they done? Oh, sorry, they're running HQ or running R&D. Feels
I
weird
guess
to
they can
still
have
not be
it.
rezzing, but it's just kind of pointless. Infrastructure fast break. That I can get behind, considering they've got 4 cards in their score area, for sure. But
A fast break would have been nice, but yeah.
yeah, I think if our opponent finds a second imp with this Friday chip, it starts getting real hairy for us.
Yeah.
Oh, discarding that imp. I don't know what's in their hand that's more important than that second imp, but
Maybe another imp.
maybe another imp. Yes, that's, you know what? That's a reasonable call. Oh, I guess that would, yeah, I guess there's never been a gatekeeper option. Oh, you know what, Jamie? Thank you for reminding me. I should probably disable that. I have not touched that extension in a long time. That was an extension that was someone developed to try and show deck lists in Netrunner. It just was a little bit too cumbersome to use for not quite enough benefit. So thank you for reminding me. I'll probably turn that off. As disappointing as that is, because it was definitely well intended. But I'll see if I can do this from... It looks like I can't do it from my phone. I have to log in somewhere. Gatekeeper is at 6. What did they do? They just trashed Jupstide from R&D on their own. Seems pretty solid. Yeah, there's a Slay the Spire one as well that I keep up all the time, because you never know when you're going to want to start streaming Slay the Spire. So... 7 credits, I'm like, well, yeah, but it takes a lot of time to charge that, to even start charging the real credit pool here. Gotta love the good old hardware $FN _. And the news team. Let's go. Take some tags. Ugh. Yeah, that's a JNet bug. I'm not sure exactly. I've seen a couple... Oh, and there goes the end of the line. Okay, so that game plan's dead. Alright, well, our opponent's just getting a little unlucky here.
Yeah.
I mean, this is like pretty much exactly what we needed to win. Okay, that's more or less what we'd hope to see. Oh, you know what? We should have purged.
I think that's fine.
Hand. Yeah, but
they'll need 2 HQ accesses to stop us from winning.
Yeah, that's true. We have 2 different winning agendas out of HQ, so it's pretty unlikely. And we'll draw off of any agenda stolen, so...
I mean, they're not stealing any, I'm sure, unless they run after trashing it.
Yeah, Jimmy, I think I'm just too used to drawing automatically there. But yeah, purging was a reasonable line. Okay. Yeah, that doesn't make too much sense. Do I res this gatekeeper here? It doesn't tip us below any winning numbers, so I don't think I mind it.
Does it? Yeah, we can. Yeah, that's fine.
It doesn't actually do anything.
Yeah, just makes them
No,
run
it
it.
actually it does stop them from running HQ one additional time,
Yeah.
which I think is actually decent enough. Because that's like, it's hard for the 2 runs on HQ to be relevant, but like if they imp something, run back, steal the other agenda that we care about, then we're in a sad spot.
I think they already used Imp, right? Or did they not?
No, they access Nightmare.
Oh no, they're gonna
Archive
Nightmare
D1.
Archive. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, GFI is the card we don't care about them accessing there, but they choose to imp it, so that's good for us. There's a lot for our winning chances.
Yeah, I think we just win here.
Yep, I think it's hard for us to lose, so usually a good sign for being about to win. Yeah, this is the card they would much rather imp, I think, but we probably draw off of the GFI and we come out ahead anyway, so. Alright, well, our opponent not getting the Luminal turned out to be the biggest deal of all.
I felt like that was way closer. Like they should have probably won off R&D or something.
Yeah.
Or at least trash more relevant pieces.
Yeah, I think that's the big thing is like you don't need to trash a magnet. You can see that it's a magnet on top and then start running around. Luminal's definitely good. We misplayed it, and it was sort of like it basically could have been a blank 3-2 in this board state, but scoring the fact that this was a 3-2 that we got to score was the real deal breaker. All right, so do you want to play some runner side games, or do you want to keep jamming on this corp or a different corp?
I'm actually happy doing either. Like I have a ton of stuff, ton of decks that can definitely be better. Do you have any preference towards runner or corp?
Nope. If you want to keep whatever you want to do is something I'm happy to do next. So.
Okay, let me send you a runner list then.
Sounds good. Yeah, thanks everyone for tuning in. It's nice to have a bunch of people here. Oh, I need to go to the deck builder first. Let's do the.
Yeah, so sorry I'm sending you JNet screenshots because I don't build on NRDB.
Oh, so sorry, you said you don't build on Netrunner DB?
Yeah, I build directly on JNet, so.
Okay.
Yeah, I love that SSO deck as well, Jamie.
Oops, 2 botchlesses. Got ahead of myself. 1 consume. 1 Ngolo. I like it. This feels like a freedom deck that you've just imported, mostly. Fermenter. Hush. Usually how the Hush does.
I honestly never played Freedom.
MK Ultra. Okay, misdirection and the networking feels a little bit much to me. Like there's some immediate stuff where I'm like, oh, okay. I would definitely change this or that, but
Yeah, I just hate Acme decks. Not Acme, but CTN.
what cards am I missing here? Ah, deuces. Nope, I have deuces. Sure gamble. Ah, steel skins, of course. Okay. Yeah, let's play some games of this and see how it goes. I have a lot of like things I would tweak about this from my side, but let's play some games first. So, but yeah, how have you been what have you been finding happens when you play this runner deck?
Uh, I honestly only have played like 5 or 6 games with this, and I just got taxed on. That's why misdirection and networking.
Okay.
But other than that, I just install like 2 imps, run R&D or HQ, hippo the ice, and rinse and repeat. But like faster decks often manage to score out sometimes.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Faster, like outfit often scores out. Less so sports.
Yeah, when I look at your list, I'm like, one paperclip seems very ambitious to me. I guess people are probably running a few less barriers now that like vanilla's not everywhere. Um, but
I'm
I'd sort of
basically using
expect to.
Gachapon. Yeah.
Okay, you're basically using Gachapon as extra breakers.
And to like mill off half the deck, like mill 5 cards out of my deck.
Okay, yeah, that seems not unreasonable. Yeah, I think there's like some people are calling it in chat like, oh, playing a DJ Fenris might be really nice. You can get Steve Cambridge and you can do lots of recursion. You also have Citadel Sanctuary as a way to help handle tags. It sort of is this. It's similar to networking. It costs more up front, and I guess it costs a credit every time you use, kind of like networking. It's clickless, and it's meat damage protection. Kind of.
Yes, I suppose, but that's only like 1 tag per turn, while networking I can clear out all 4. And
Yeah, I
misdirection
guess.
often gets trashed by that one neutral operation.
Best defense. So I guess my question
Yeah,
would be like, why have both? Could you do just one in a 40 card deck, or if we need to do two, should we just do two networking instead of one of each? I don't know. I'd love to like get a point of
yeah,
influence back. I'd love to play with some stuff, but
yeah. I can probably get rid of the misdirection.
yeah, because like, oh, if we can. Well, I guess it is maybe worth thinking what a good two influence swap in that's better. Um, hey, Kolana. Uh, your name is making me really think about like a Star Trek character name. Uh, hey, Slaricus. Uh, I'm yet again ripping from your world famous stream and having a guest on. We've got not again on a Boston local, so we're doing some co-piloting of some decks. All right, what do you think about this hand against Asa?
We got the Angolo, so we're keeping.
Yep, I think Angolo, Liberated Account, Steelskin. This is 4 great cards. It's like going to be a pretty class. Oh, not a classic Asa start. That's an ace start you don't love to see. And did they keep? No, they took a mulligan. Okay, so just a rough start for them, probably. That's good for us.
Yeah, definitely looks super flooded.
All right. So install Spin Doctor, draw a card, and then Ice HQ. Well, thanks for stopping by, Pat. It'll be on the PHG Ashes stream. What is PHG? I should know this. Don't know. You'll have to tell me later. All right, what's our turn looking like from your perspective?
Well, we definitely play the gamble first, and then
Yep.
hit Archives or Spin Doctor just to make them use the Spin Doctor.
Okay. My slight preference here is Spin Doctor, because if they choose to not pop it for some reason, Plaid Hat Games makes sense.
We can trash it. Yeah.
But yeah, because we can trash it. All right, so, and this is like I think you can have either play style. Do you value like running R&D here or clicking and installing and clicking the Liberated?
I personally click the Liberated.
Okay.
I don't know what agenda suite SR runs normally, so I don't know how much of dense that would be to like just get a single access.
Mm-hmm. All right, so what's your plan on this kind of board state here?
Well, I take for my imps and start hammering. We got the steel skin, we have credits on board.
Okay.
We can wait to install the Angola
What do you, so
until we
what do you
really
think
need
about
to.
running server 2?
I'm not sure. Like, what's the worst it can be? The only thing that I would rather it not be the MC8, but I don't think it would be an MC8. But I think it's also worth it to run it just to make them spend credits.
Yeah, this is kind of my thinking. It's like the worst case for me is that server 2 is a Rashida.
Oh yeah, that card exists.
Yep, and so like this Hagen's great, right? We've installed nothing, doesn't hurt us, and they're down to 2 credits.
I
I'm
think
definitely
we can also
tempted.
bounce into HQ for a bit.
Exactly. We can now hit HQ. They're definitely not rezzing. Oh, and we get an Ikawa. Fantastic. Okay, I'm
can
either
totally run
clicking
it.
Liberated or Steel Skin here. I don't think it's too different either way. Other options, of course, running HQ again, getting some additional information.
I mean, considering they were flooded, I feel like it's a reasonable choice.
Yeah, we're very up on tempo relative to them, so I think it's a good call. Yeah, they do get the Rashida off. Yeah, even like, oh yeah, a pinhole threading would be something I wouldn't hate to have as Lou. If we're thinking about ways to spend some influence. Okay, they got the fully op in. They play, yeah, so gain 5 here. All right. So are you looking to set up here or continue to try and apply some pressure? I think both are valid.
We can run server 3. We can run server 3 and then see what happens.
Okay. Yeah, I think like, oh, if this is a Fairchild 3 or an Ansel, we've got clicks. It's a gatekeeper. Doesn't matter too much.
It's an answer.
We probably don't want them installing or trashing our stuff.
Yeah, I think we clicked through it.
Okay, do you want to click the last subroutine as well?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think it would be another recover, right? There's no way.
Yeah. Cool. Well, we trashed a Gaslight for a credit, and that drew us a Hippo, which is actually pretty nice too. Yeah, Jamie, I'm not sure if spending a click to get the right to spend credits to then draw a card and gain a credit is better than clicking Liberated or clicking Steel Skin. That's sort of why I was kind of asking, but now we're definitely in some setup mode, I think. Like, there's a reasonable world where we do run HQ one more time here. What are your thoughts?
Sure, what's the worst that can happen?
Yeah, probably a drafter. Oh, and of course there it is.
Okay.
Yeah, a drafter behind an Ansel is unfortunate for us, for sure.
Yeah.
All right, should have thought of that maybe a little bit more, but, you know, it is what it is.
Oh well.
Ah. That's interesting. Not what I was
That's the card.
expecting. I don't mind taking 12 here.
Yeah. I would. After seeing that card, I'm definitely taking all the money I can get.
Yeah, they can actually go for like some double econ warfare lines here, but I think because we got the liberated down, we're in a good spot. Yeah, maybe instead of the last click, we could have thrown down the hippo just to threaten the server 3.
Yeah, if we could have installed, but yeah.
It's not a huge deal either way. All right. Well, I'm going to start with Steel Skin here.
Definitely.
I think to me this looks like a draw and then Cass and Hippo install.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, okay. Actually, the Fermenter's a better
With
install.
Fermenter's
So.
better.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll be interested to see if and how HHN Ace is able to do much. We saw Biotic Labor in hand. And it's not like we're particularly behind on credits at the moment.
I'm more curious about what tag punishment they're packing.
I would assume Boom. But you're right, that's not necessarily the case. I'm just drawing here because I think it makes the most sense. I guess we can install the Engol.
Yeah.
Just
I think we should just keep a hippo on board as well.
Okay.
I'm also maybe concerned about a Sandberg now.
Okay, that's a good point. That'd be another nice pinhole, honestly.
If only there were any pinholes.
What are you thinking of doing here?
I guess we can start go.
Okay. Yeah, I think taking a credit's also pretty reasonable there. We're not going to install the second Knobkery, and holding your breaker back for a little bit isn't bad either. But oh wow, that's not what I was expecting.
Okay,
GG.
that's the thing.
That's a fun one. Did they play 2 Biotic Labors there? They did. Very cool. That's a neat combo. Not expecting that for sure.
Yep,
That's
neither.
a pretty good draw for them, all things considered, right? So if we think about their influence, they spend 4 on this, 7 on this. And then we saw an HHN, so that's 9. Then 2 Spin Doctors, so presumably they're running all 3. That's 12. Like Gaslight, like they basically drew all of their influence, which is pretty good. But yeah, Biotic, Mad, Boom. Pretty solid.
I'm wondering if there's 2 copies of Mad and Boom.
So I think there can't be, because this is 7. HHN takes them to 9 influence. Spin Doctors plus the gaslights that we know are up, right? So that
Oh
takes them
yeah,
up to
yeah.
12. So they only have one mutually assured destruction. They can have 2 booms. But I don't think they do. I think they have the 3rd spin doctor, and then either another boom or 2 more gaslights and something else. And they also
Yeah, I
drew
guess. Yeah.
all 3 fully ops, which is pretty unexpected. I don't think they drew them like they played the fully ops as if they had the nuts the whole time, which I guess they did. But yeah, another HHN and a gaslight is also a pretty good influence spent rather than a boom and 2 other things. Yeah, the drafter face check was
Yeah,
pretty game losing. That was actually maybe my mistake. Is the drafter had good targets there. So that's definitely on me, not respecting the opponent enough. But
I mean, I would have ran HQ too, so.
that's all good. Well, shall we go again?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like to be honest. As much as I would love to be salty and calculate it out, we made some pretty noticeable mistakes hitting the drafter. So it's all good. But it is also worth recognizing when your opponent draws everything there. It's pretty good.
Plus, that was the last thing I would expect out of Hasos.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It seems like a fun build. It's a neat idea too.
Yeah, with gaslights behind ice, there's no way the runner's checking every single server, so you can just get your one-offs in your hand.
Yeah. All right, we're up against Hyobu. We've got Fermenter, Hippo, Paladin, Steelskin, Liberated.
I think I just saw this Yobo list earlier today on Netrunner DB.
Mm-hmm. What are you
I'm
thinking
pretty
about?
sure it's a complete image.
You...
For the hand, that's pretty solid. We have Steelskin, we have Paladin and Econ.
Yeah,
Pretty
I think
solid.
this is a good keep.
So normally, this is just a question, but since let's say you have a Liberated in hand like this and a Paladin, do you take a credit to install the Liberated and then take 4 then install Paladin, or do you do something else?
I think that's a pretty reasonable line here. I want to see what our opponent's going to do. Nenemi, Hansei, Loot Box, Rashida, and Snare. Not a hand I mind running, honestly. I'm not going to right away, but yeah, turn 1 noise, but there's nothing in hand that we can go after really. So if we go credit, Liberated, click Liberated, install Paladin. It's a little bit slow, but there's not really a better way to do that. Probably Fermenter's
You can
clicking
also
for
install
2
a
a turn, so
Fermenter,
it's
yeah.
slightly better. Yeah.
Well, they did have a single ice, but
Yeah, but Loot Box is not a real ice.
Yeah.
Alright, so my temptation here is draw a card, install Paladin, run server 2.
Yep, it's probably an anemone, so we'll be fine.
Second Hippo makes that play a little less enticing, but...
I I don't think we really care about anemone, or I don't think they're packing any big ice for us to care about trashing.
Okay. I realized if they... So we don't actually get to access a snare here if this ends up being the anemone. But it's actually what I thought it was.
Okay. I guess we just pay 2, right?
Yeah. Oh, I guess the pay 2 is unfortunate because it means we don't get to trash a Rashida. Should have maybe clicked for a credit if I thought that's what it was. Oh no, but no, they gain credits. Oh, and they gain 5 here too. Yeah, that was a mistake. If I clicked for a credit first, that's a much better play.
That's alright. I guess we just tap Liberated and
Yeah, that's a
unless
bummer.
you would.
Yeah, but now we can just kind of set up and we're in a decent spot. We probably run the Spin Doctor just to get it popped, but
Yeah, I normally just run Spin Doctors when I can, just so they have less options later on.
Yep, I think that makes sense. It's something that like you don't want to, if you're trying to set up, it's not worth doing, but in this board state, it's definitely a good option. You don't need to necessarily install the Ngolo there, but I think it's alright.
Yeah,
Well,
better than losing it to rent net damage.
Yeah. We can do
Because they
something
definitely
like...
saw the Ungolo.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. It's also not hidden info at this point, and we are going to want to start using it. Alright, so what's your plan on this kind of board state?
Maybe we install a Hippo and hit server 3.
Okay. I'm going to draw first because I don't want to die to snare.
Yeah.
Can 2 to paint an enemy. Is it 2 to boost?
No, we don't need to boost. It's 1 strength. It's 2 strength.
Oh, I can't spell an enemy. Wait. And then...
Yep.
Thank you. What did I do wrong? Oh, it's the N. Whoops. Okay, 2 strength. Okay, so it's just 3 credits to break. Yeah. Okay, then I'm fine running server 3 here. And if it's an oboe, we just get to grab it next turn. Okay.
Yep, that was the
DNA
perfect
tracker
trash.
feels pretty good. Sand, spicy. Okay. I'm probably just drawing here, but I could also see an argument for clicking the fermenter. But I think we're not going to use
drawing
it,
is
so.
fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, we get to go and clear that next turn for basically 4 credits. Depending if you want to value the card draw, it's even better.
Oh, that sucks, but I guess we pop the fermenter and then run.
Yep. It's pop the fermenter.
Install Hippo, yeah.
Yep. You could even, like, expose that ice, but I don't think you need to.
Yeah, no, we don't. I normally don't run with uses. Okay.
I think I probably just let this fire.
But they do have a bunch of credits, so...
Sure, but let's say they pay into this. We can then play the deuces, clear a tag, and go back in.
Yeah,
it's
works.
Usually a losing play for the Corp. Maybe this is a board state where it's not, but we know they have expensive stuff they want to do. But 4 is cheaper than we would have broken this with in Golo, so I don't mind paying 4.
Yeah. Yeah, we can just pay 4.
We can put this cast down, and that's fine.
Yeah,
I'm
we,
like not
yeah.
super worried about HHN. It can hit us here, and we can end up in some trouble, for sure. Deuces will get us back to 3 credits and 3 tags, so we'd be able to just barely get out of the boom range, I believe. But
no HSM. We're okay.
yep. Let's see.
I think we want to draw 4 stuff at this point.
Yep. So do you want the steel skin or the deuces draw?
The deuces because we also need credits. That maybe, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
Yep. Or maybe we just draw again.
Yep, I think that's totally good. Oh, and now I'm just drawing again here.
And one more. Yep.
Fantastic. I'm clicking for a credit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Getting this paperclip down allows us to threaten this server 3, which is a big deal, so to speak. Yep, that's unsurprisingly a flower sermon.
Well, now HQ and now R&D would be a bit annoying to run.
Yep, I think HQ is fine here, though.
Yeah.
I might...
Do you want to maybe install an imp or...
So
like,
that's what the
maybe a
gachapons for.
first?
Yeah. We don't actually have an imp available to us, but... So Flower Sermon lets the corp do some fiddling. Wow, okay. Okay, so the question is, do we want to hippo this anemone?
I feel like it's cheap enough, right?
Yeah, I think it's
like we
okay
saw
to be
DNA
on.
track or repair off. Yeah. Did we draw into another sealskin scarring?
We did. So they used Flower Sermon. They revealed Anemone, which was the top card of R&D. Okay, Consume, Deuces, Imp, Nakri, Paladin, Poemu. Okay, so we'll install the Imp, I assume.
There.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we'll shuffle back Deuces, Consume, and a Knob.
Yeah, that's the play.
And yeah, I don't mind imping an enemy here.
Yep. Yeah, that's good it.
Cool. I think draw or play the sure gamble are equally good here.
I'd prefer draw.
Okay, I think that's a good call. Alright, they're going to reveal a Regenesis, draw 2, put 1 back on top, ice up R&D. I don't feel like we ever actually need to run R&D here. My plan, I assume, is gamble, run the remote, run Spin Doctor, and if we haven't used Nagolo, then run HQ.
Sure, I do feel Clara 3 is a snare.
Okay. We can not run it if you want.
No, I'm just assuming it's a snare. Like, this is where the mind games come into play.
So, to me, if you're installing a snare, it's probably a losing proposition. Most of the time. Ooh, this is great.
Now, where is hippoing that?
Yeah. Because, like, now, that snare, if they fire it,
oh yeah, we have Paladin.
Yep.
Completely forgot.
Yeah. 1 credit to do that is, it's going to be cheaper. Like, yeah, you can make the argument that maybe we shouldn't. I like having the IP block, the paperclip down, but... Okay, so do we want to steal this Regenesis or imp it?
We definitely steal here.
Yeah, with a Spin Doctor on the board, I think it's pretty reasonable.
Yeah, and we run spin as well.
Yep.
Because if they're Regenesis.
All right, let's see if they shuffle back or if he shuffles back a face down. All right, what do you want to do for our last click here?
I guess we just draw.
Okay.
We hippoed an Anansi.
We've hippoed 16 credits worth of ice this game. Feels pretty good. Oh, I see. You're answering Jamie. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think our econ situation is a little bit rough, which, makes some sense.
I am hoping to draw into consume eventually.
Yeah.
Or fermenters, or...
Yeah, I was actually... But I guess because we're MU limited, the Gachapon install... Like, the Gachapon whiffs on enough stuff to be annoying.
Yeah.
And that would maybe have been the argument for not installing the paperclip, but, like...
We can trash it. It's
Yeah.
fine. We installed it for only basically 1 credit.
All right. What are you thinking about here?
I would really like some econ here, so maybe I would play the steel skin.
Okay.
That does not really help much. I mean, we can install the fermenter and the hippo.
Okay, so overwriting the paperclip?
Yeah.
You want to install the Gachapon last click, or...?
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, I think when there's no cards face down in archives, I think I'm less worried about a 0 advanced agenda in server 3. So that's why I'm less gung-ho on going after it. Okay, they revealed a magnet off of their flower sermon.
That's good.
Yeah, it's kind of expensive
Good
for us, but it's not the end of the world, for sure. Yeah, we really are looking for that knob crate. Okay. There aren't 8 credits. They threw 2 cards down in servers 5 and 6. What's your line here?
I just run it. There's probably Rashida in there among the snares.
I fully agree.
Okay,
and they hit steel
that's
skin,
just
so
simple for us.
don't mind. So Quilana, we do have. I'm assuming you want to pay 1 rather than imping this.
Yeah, we pay 1 here. And we cleared the tag with networking.
All right.
And we had some credits rolling.
Do you want to pay for the networking or just draw?
I'm honestly fine not paying for it.
Okay.
I don't think they're on tag package.
Yeah, I agree. In theory, we can hit the consume, which is a 0 MU stuff. So Jamie, I don't mind trashing the snare because it's a free trash. And if that was an agenda they were trying to shell game out, I don't necessarily want to imp it. But all right, now I feel pretty good about gachaponing after they purge the imp.
Yep. But we only have 1 more imp left, so I guess that'll work.
Yeah, that's okay. Okay, so we just install a fermenter, I think.
Yeah.
We'll probably shuffle back the Knobkery. I'm personally leaning towards
I
two
guess we
daily
take the
casts.
daily cast. Yeah.
Yeah. And then seems like good time to draw. Good time to draw as any. Nice, nice.
Yep. That is a good install. That's also free.
Yep. I think I'm probably like drawing and clicking for a credit
Draw
here
and
or something.
credit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I. It's a little annoying that our MK Ultra's on the bottom here, and our Knobkery is also pretty low. Uh,
We're almost there now.
yeah.
But we're also good getting pretty close to not stealing any avocados now.
Yeah, but we can imp them. Like, you can just kind
Oh,
of
oh
mill
yeah.
out these decks.
Yeah.
Alright, so what are you thinking about for a line here? I have some sense of what I want to do, but...
It uses 4 credits and draw, then into short gamble and install knob, hopefully. Yep, there it is.
Seems good to me. Are we running archives with our last click?
Oh yeah, we definitely want to just turn stuff face up.
Okay, sounds good. I guess it doesn't matter what we charge. It's 2 credits either way.
And probably fermenter.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, you're right. It actually does make a difference. You want... I'm assuming you want to... Yeah, we'll just put counter V4 on
Yeah.
that one. Yeah, makes sense. Alright, we also see a complete image in the bin. So, 3 or more agenda points. So it is live now.
Oh right, I forgot that requires agenda points.
Yeah. What's your thinking here?
I guess we draw for Enkiltra at least, put that in the bin, and then we can start imping HQ.
Okay. So I'm just going to draw one more time, and then...
And
Actually,
install
probably
daily
last click
cast.
install daily cast, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so we'll have 5 HP left. I think that's probably going to be sufficient, and we do have the infinite imp engine if we need it.
Yeah, we just don't need to run into snares and anemones.
Yeah. 1 snare down. We'll see. Okay. I'm going to install an imp. Do we want to click a fermenter before we go for this run? There's actually 5 credits just to get through the enemy as we're currently planning it.
Yeah, we need the credits.
Yeah, I guess the other option is we just actually click for 4 this turn instead of installing the imp, but... At this point, we've shown it. Alright.
Okay, good to know.
Do we want to hippo this?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I think it's it's relatively expensive. Like, both of these are equally expensive.
Yeah.
We could save ourselves installing the MK Ultra for a future turn when Paladin saves us the dollar.
Yeah, it's the same cost to break right now anyway.
Alright, I'm probably charging up the consume here so that we can click it for 6 on our last action.
Oh yeah, that's neat. We aim for that.
Yeah, I think we
Unless,
do.
oh no.
I think we
But if server
probably
3
do
reach an
imp this
SS,
because we die to a single complete image in hand if we don't.
oh yeah, we aim for that, but like we should probably run archives just so server 3 isn't gonna reach an SS.
So the
Oh,
oboe
it's
goes
up,
in
face up,
face up,
okay.
so we're fine
Oh,
to
okay.
that.
Yeah.
Then we just take our 10. And there's 2 spin doctors down already. Server 3 could be the spin doctor for sure. They're overwriting what was in server 3. So it may have very well been the snare that's been sitting there. Alright.
I guess
I
we just
kind of
keep
want to
hammering
keep...
each other now.
Exactly. Exactly my thinking. Alright, what's your thoughts on the MK versus the Ngolo here?
For now, we're okay. Let's get Paladin ticking. Yeah, let's just go for it for now.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think we're probably going
Okay.
in twice this turn, so...
Yeah, we do consume and... Okay.
I guess we can
I'm fine stealing.
stealing this and make him have a spin doctor.
Spin Doctor?
Yeah, because we imp the oboe, so we just win.
Oh, we win here. Oh, yeah.
So. All right. Yeah, I mean, hey, that's how you I mean, it's unfortunate, but this is often how you take down kind of wacky decks. Is just be very methodical, make sure you're getting value out of your plays. But yeah.
I think the 2 big eyes felt good. Oh, him hippoing, not him big.
Yeah, I mean, hippoing both the DNA tracker and the Nazi is great. That helped us a lot. So I'll quickly take a look at Diogene's list, just so we can see everything that was going on there. Let's see.
I love Diogene's write-ups.
So it's just 3 complete images. Hanse reviews, Maviruses, Sans. Okay. Yeah, this seems like what I was roughly anticipating, so.
I really want to get a 5-line with complete image one day.
Yeah, Sansan Regenesis is like the big way to get Regenesis scored without having to put a lot of threat down. Or without having to like do any fast advance stuff. Yeah, Diogene, I like sort of, once you see one complete image, you just realize that you should play around it. And, you know, we had really good tools to do so. Imp is always going to be a tough matchup. Yeah, for sure. But cool. Well, let's get one more game in, and then because I started late, I still kind of want to end so I can go to work tomorrow. But
oh, yeah, of course. Me too.
As much as I would love to not, but yeah, Taiji, how do you deal with a runner that just runs with a 5-card hand, or like a 2-card hand? You just hope to 50-50 or like 1 in 4 it? Like, oh, I guess you can click to reveal if they only have 1 card in hand. And then you just hope to 50-50 if they draw up to 2 or there or something like that. Yeah, maybe it works. I'm skeptical, but you never know. Alright, we got Doomrat coming up here. Ooh, interested to see what this Reality Plus is. I have a guess. What's your thoughts on this hand?
I would really like either networking or misdirection.
Okay.
Well, Deuces is good enough.
Yep. All right. What's your thoughts on this turn so far, or what you'd like to do here?
We like draw from Deuces and see what to draw. Okay. I guess we install 2 fermenters.
Okay.
And then draw again. Or draw first. Yeah.
Yep. All right. What you feeling here?
We pop do the same thing again. Another Deuces.
And
And
then
now we can
draw.
gamble cast. Yeah.
Oh, cool. And yeah, Marlos, I saw quickly in GLC you were asking what a good matchup for Ghost, a good paired matchup. I don't think Thule is actually that bad at the Ghost Tongue matchup. Like I think Ghost Tongue Essa can be just fine in that matchup. It plays very differently. Like I think Sports is a good matchup. I don't know. Outfit might Essa might just roll. I'm not sure. But anyway, we should play a turn here. I like a Steel Skin click to draw first here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, that's unfortunate.
Well, we can install Gacha and the Hippo Winged.
Probably draw once. And just
get
curse the
Gacha.
just say oops ordering. Yep. Okay. So this is what I was thinking this deck might be. Okay. What would you do? You want to pop the Gachapon first or wait before we start turn?
Does it matter if you're not drawing?
So in theory, it's like, oh, we're going to hard call where the Botulus goes, but I don't think we will. I think just clicking Fermenter, I might do an Expose and make a run.
Yeah, we definitely should start running now.
Yep. Okay. Seeing a Funhouse on server 1, I'm going to actually try and push for a server 1. My concern here is that this is Re-Education Jupstad grid. Now they don't have enough for it.
We can bounce here.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. I'm like, oh, we could take the tag.
Or we can pop Gachapon. Or we can pop Gachapon, maybe.
Oh, yeah, that's true, too. Okay, we hit probably nothing we want to install here. Well, I guess we could install the Ngolo for 3.
We can install Ngolo. Yeah.
Okay, what do you want to shuffle back in?
I guess Liberated Steelskin and Paladin, I guess.
Okay, that seems good. And no, I think we're fine to bounce here. We don't have really the credits to move forward.
Yeah.
I
mean, we can maybe gain credit, pop a Fermenter, and run back.
Yeah. And then take out the funhouse.
Yeah.
Let me think. Oh no, we'll have the click left after as well.
Yeah, we can clear we can at least clear one tag.
Yeah, I think IP block I don't want to see. Ping I'm probably okay with.
We're fine even if it's an IP block, right?
I mean, we can break it. It's just quite expensive. All right, are we okay with floating one tag?
Yeah, sure.
We don't have to. We can bounce here. On one credit, there's not much threat.
Yeah, I'd rather not risk anything for now.
Okay.
Like, I can see both sides, but I'm more of a safe. I'd prefer to stay on the safer side.
Okay. Sounds good. I mean, next turn we can probably like install Fermenter, install Imp, and then go through.
Okay.
Interesting. What do you think? What do you think?
Do we install Imp or Hippo here?
Yeah, that's a good question. Maybe it's Hippo.
Yeah. We pop the fermenter, install the Hippo, and then run.
Yeah, I mean the Hippo won't get the fun house. It would be the big concern, but
Oh, well. I think actually we should install it at 4 credits. I don't think anything worthy to trash by Hippo is going to be rest for 4.
yeah. Let's see. So it's 5 to break with MK. It's 5 to break with Ngolo. So
I guess we're just breaking it in Golo right now.
okay. We're not beating a Trace 5. That's...
Yeah.
I don't think it makes that much sense. Okay, which order do you want to access things in here?
Let's get the upgrade first. The advanced thing.
Oof, my virus.
Uh-oh. Well, at least you trash it.
Okay, and then send a message. Interesting. It's not what I would have expected. So Jamie, it's not the same cost if Doomrat puts even a single credit in, and he had it, and was going to get... I guess like he was going to get credits either way on that server, but... Alright, what are you thinking here?
I guess we try and draw for some econ, and then put the knob down.
Yeah, I don't like putting the knob down before we're gonna use it, so I'm probably just gonna keep drawing here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, Hush is actually so nice in this matchup.
Yeah, free funhouse would be nice. Daily cats, and maybe we can either click for credits here or install a Hippo. And...
Oh yeah, I think installing the Hippo is pretty solid. Alright, Gaslight. What are we fetching with a Gaslight? We didn't make any runs, thank goodness. Hedge Fund. Don't mind that. A 2-card Hedge Fund seems solid to me, in terms of value for me.
I've certainly done it before.
Alright, I'm probably just drawing some more here, just looking for more econ.
Yeah.
And we're finding it. Sign of a nice deck. You look for econ and you find it. Yeah, I definitely think a pinhole threading would be nice if we could find space for it, but...
Yeah, I haven't managed to like optimize this deck as much as I normally would.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're down quite a
I'd
few
assume what
credits, but... so it's a little tricky to figure out exactly what the line is here.
I'm assuming there's just the server 3's a spin doctor.
That's what the play is suggesting, for sure. I'm personally probably leaning towards a line that just sits back for a little bit longer. If this is some kind of fat advance deck, which the Movirus maybe suggests, it's still a little ways from being set up.
Yeah, I think we're safe to set up more.
Okay, yeah. So Paladin seems fine to put down. Maybe
you can just click for credits here, drop the knob.
You mean discard or install?
Yeah, discard. Discard.
Yeah. Okay, so the question is this still the re-education?
Maybe if we imp some stuff from... Maybe if we trash a spin doctor and maybe imps from HQ, but I feel like we're not doing that in turn 1. Like, even if it's a re-education without a cube stat, it's okay.
Oh, yeah, I guess there's no kill from 2 advancement counters. Yeah. That's a good point. Me not thinking. Okay, so what was the line you were thinking about?
Maybe run server 3, get the spin doctor out of the way, then, or first draw and see what we get, and then run the spin doctor. Okay. Gamble's good.
Cube style, I believe, is 4 influence.
Yep, it is 4.
Cool. I think I'm fine with just sure gamble. Like for a credit.
Yeah.
I could also see installing the consume. That's like the other thing I could see doing.
We can install for free next turn, so I guess...
So the reason I kind of like installing the consume this turn, because it's the same credits either way, right? If we install consume this turn, then we can install Knobkery, run HQ, Hippo, blow things up, and like get a bunch of counters.
Yeah, I see that.
So it's a little bit of click compression for us. And we still end at a fairly high credit total. Oh, interesting. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, did I just miscount my cards in hand? Oh no, they played Hypoxia end of the line.
The Hypoxia.
Wait, how did they get the extra click?
That's the kill.
Oh no, they just didn't need it. Yeah.
No.
GG. That's funny because that also loses to Steel Skins a good chunk of the time. Interesting.
There have been some funky kills today.
Certainly some funky kills. Well, that's funny. So I cost us the game by installing a card.
Oh, it happens.
It is what it is, yeah, for sure. Yeah, I don't think that's a deck you anticipate seeing, but...
Oh yeah, Hypoxia costs 3 influence? Oh.
Yep. And the line costs 4, so that's 7, 8. I guess you got some extra influence, so...
Yeah, free spin doctors is good.
Yeah, cool. Alright, well... thanks so much, Not Again. It's been great having you on. Sorry that I couldn't actually help you improve your runner game or your corp game, because the deck's either won or lost based on, well, me being an idiot. So, you know.
It's fine, I got to see some optimization, like more optim. I got to see some optimized plays, which I can definitely play better myself. But thanks
Yeah,
for having me on the stream.
I think in terms of looking at this, I would love to put any swaps I'd make, taking out some combination of the networking misdirection changes for different different setups would be good. If you think the game is slowed down a lot, I think Daily Cast over Liberated makes sense. If you're worried about speed, I'd maybe go in the other direction. Let's see. I feel like someone called out some good stuff. One option is like no one home might be better than networking for a one influence deal with tags. If you're worried about HHN, it's quite good against HHN. And has some other side benefits. And actually, in both games today that we got flatlined, Citadel Sanctuary would have actually saved us.
Oh yeah.
So, I guess actually Doomrat can. Oh no, he can't play in the opposite line where you play the end of the line first because that would have removed the tag. So, yeah, Citadel is pretty solid. Cool.
Yep. I rarely use Citadel for meat damage, so.
Cool. Well, thanks once again, not again, and thanks everyone for tuning in, and I'll see y'all next week.
Thanks for having me again. See ya.